So any questions on the chapter 3 and 4 stuff? That we need to go over. So questions on empirical formula, questions on stoichiometry, questions on limiting reagent. That was one of the things we put up. Covalent bonding, double displacement reactions, acid-base, questions on redox. Those were the videos that were posted last week that we are going to discuss. If you have questions, all right, give me 1 second because I have it open to chapter 4. I'll go back to chapter 3, 3.12b. All right, number of F atoms in 2.62 moles of F2. Okay, so they want to know F atoms, not F2 molecules. They want to know F2 atoms. And I'm recording this homework because just so you have it to review here. So this is 3.12b. They want to know the number of F atoms, all right, in 2.62 moles. So F atoms in 2.62 moles of F2. All right, so I've got to get F2 moles to F. So starting with 2.62 mole of F2. For every 1 mole of F2, there's 2 moles of F. So now we're in fluorine, what we need. And for every 1 mole of F, there's 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd atoms of F. So it'd be 2.62 times 2 times Avogadro's number. Just so we're aware, the rest of the lectures are going to be videos online that are already done. We're going to use these live times to go over questions and things like that to and I think that's going to work a lot better because you could review those chapters on your own time and then come in here and we have an hour and a half for questions as opposed to trying to squeeze everything in. So if they ask for F2 molecules, Brittany, you would cut this out right here. But since they're asking for F in F2, you have to break it down. It'd be the same thing for every other diatomic, and I think the worksheet I have on Blackboard might do the same thing with N2 with grams and moles and says, remember that N2 is or nitrogen gas is a diatomic. Something like that. So you have to remember that, there's 2 N's. But how about that other stuff? How about double displacement reactions, net ionic equations, things like that? Yeah, if you're already in moles, Brittany, and you need to go to moles of something, or you need to go to something else, don't go back to grams, because grams are really useless. Grams are just needed if you need to know the grams or you're given the grams. But other than that, you want to stay in the mole relationship all the time. Now, as for the exam, I know there was a couple questions that didn't either have the right answer or had the wrong answer selected. I added points back to your exams on Blackboard. Don't worry about it. I forgot when you make up exams on Blackboard, if you go in and edit a question, it automatically changes your answer that you had marked as the right answer back to letter A. Automatically, and you have to redo everything. I forgot about that little glitch in the program, or at least it happens through Google Chrome. Just like it keeps updating exam 1 to final exam. All right, well, you guys look at the homework. Let me talk about what my plan is the rest of the way here. Okay? Here's what my plan is. We have 2 weeks left, and we're going to have 3 exams in those 2 weeks. And I know, before you freak out and start screaming at me about that, you can do it, all right? We can do it. It's going to be fine. Here's my plan. Now, you want to go against the plan and tell me you'd rather have something else? Then that is, fine by me as long as we fit everything in. All right. My plan was, since you guys did not mind taking the exam on Thursday. All right. So, let's do it this way. Today is a review. Okay. 6/24. All right, which is Wednesday. Will be a review for the exam 2, if you want to call it that, on chapters 3 and 4. Okay? Now, what would I study if I was studying for this exam? What topics? Well, okay, the topics that come to my head right away are anything that is related to the mole, which is going to be molarity, stoichiometry, okay, so that, and then stoichiometry deals with theoretical yield, limiting reagent, all of that. Okay. Also, another topic that deals with the mole, empirical formula. And that's all really chapter 3 stuff right there. In chapter 4, you have, your covalent bonds was one of our lectures, so just reviewing that information. And there was no homework that went with that, but it was just because it was really covered, it was supposed to be covered in chapter 2. I just keep it with water and so with covalent bonds, you're talking electronegativity, all right? So you're talking about something being polar, all of that fun stuff. Now, if we keep going here, we have double displacement reactions. Okay, which leads us to our, complete and net ionic equations. We have all that acid and base stuff. All right, so naming acids, conjugates, so Bronsted-Lowry definition. All right, and then we have the redox stuff as the final reaction. So if I were giving you an exam, you're going to have to probably do an empirical formula. You're going to have to find theoretical yield and limiting reagent. You're going to have to write out a complete net ionic equation. All of that stuff. Okay, I would say, so that exam is going to be on 6/25, which is Thursday. That'll be exam day, if you guys are cool with that. Okay, that's first things first. Wednesday, review of any of this material. 6/25, exam day. Okay? So that's this week. Now, right before class started, I put up on Blackboard, not on Blackboard, on YouTube, I should say. And I will add the PowerPoints on Blackboard, because that just reminded me. So on YouTube and Blackboard, you'll find, so on Blackboard, you're going to find the PowerPoints and any review for 5 and 6, chapters 5 and 6. Okay. So YouTube will be the video lectures that I had recorded, because we're at the point now where COVID hit during the semester, so I already have these videos done for you guys. Okay. I am thinking that exam review for 5 and 6 will be on 6/29. So this will be the review that Monday. And the exam will be that Tuesday. After you see it, it's really 3 formulas. This is gases and this is thermodynamics. Okay? Then, this week, so Thursday, I will have up, all right, Thursday 6/25, on YouTube, I will have the chapter, and this used to be 1 chapter, and they made it into 2 again to sell you a book, chapter 7-8 video. We'll have a review on that on the 1st, 7/1, and our 4th exam on just 7 and 8, just 1 presentation on 7/2. That's my goal. That's my goal, to get all that in. It should be all right, because this stuff is pretty straightforward, and this is all a lot of theory with a little bit of math. But we'll review every time before we have an exam. And then you'll have your 4 exams in. And we will be good to go. So yes, is this last 2 weeks going to be our most information? That's how summer classes usually run, because you start off slow to get everyone's feet wet, and then you finish up strong. Now listen to me, if I didn't think you could do this work, but you guys killed that exam, and I don't mean killed it in a negative way, I mean crushed it in a good way. No, I'm not going to give you a cumulative. Never. I never give a cumulative in summer. It's way too much to give a cumulative, in my opinion, in summer. So you got 3 more exams. 1 Thursday, 1 Tuesday, 1 Thursday. But we're going to review. And just like I did the list of topics that I just gave you for exam 2, I will do the same thing for this exam. I'll do the same thing for that exam. But you guys did really well, ultimately, average-wise, on that first exam. No one failed, which is awesome. The range was, I think the highest was, of course, 100, and the lowest was a 60-something. My range in Gen Chem 1 is usually about 80 points. I usually have 20s and 10s and 30s. You guys did really, 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 really well. I was very impressed and happy. So whether you did the exams yourself or paid somebody to log on and do it for you, either way, you did well. All right. So 5 and 6 is I keep saying PowerPoints, but videos are up there. And why I keep saying PowerPoints, while I'm thinking about it, I'll activate 5 and 6's PowerPoints right now. Guys, what I'm told is, I just got off the phone with the chair today, right before class, that's why I was a little late. They're going to offer Chem 1 Monday, Wednesday night, Chem 1 Lab Monday, Wednesday night. And those of you who are signed up for, I'm not going to do that one, but those of you who are signed up for Chem 2, If you want to do the lab, they're going to offer that Tuesday, Thursday night. And I'm going to do those labs. All right, so I'm adding the gases and the reason I don't dump all the PowerPoints up on there, so all the gas information's up there and all the thermochemistry is up there. Okay. So there's an option if you do want to take the lab. You are not going to, I don't think you're going to be forced to take the lab. You'll be able to take the lab when we offer it in the fall, but they want us to do a dry run in the summer to see how the social distancing and masks and all of that's going to fly. All right, yeah, 5 and 6 are up there now. I have no idea, Vaughn. I don't know what time they're putting it at. I just was told that's what we're going to do. Alexandria, as far as I know, they're going to run it during Summer 2 session. So what's Summer 2 run? Like 7-6 to 8-1? Something like that. It should be going up this week, so keep checking like WebAdvisor or the website for those. I literally, she called me at 11:55 and I got off the phone at 12:05 because I had to send her a list of labs, but I can't do Monday nights and it's just going to be too much because I have 3 lectures again in Summer 2. So what I'm going to have to do is I have an online lecture at 4 for Summer 2. And then I'm going to have to go down and do the chem lab. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. But I'm not sure. Maybe it'll be like 6 to 9. But they're not going to keep you there. I know I'm not going to keep there 3 hours. It might be 7 to 9. I have no idea, to be honest. Seven to 10, but there's no way we're going to stay down there 3 hours. Well, at least if in the Chem 2 I could say that. I don't know who's going to do the Chem 1. So how about questions about the exam stuff? Are we still reviewing Chapter 4's material? Like what can we do here now that I laid out the plan? Do we need until Wednesday to go through all the homework and make sure? If you guys are caught up, you could start watching 5 and 6. We could answer those questions on Wednesday, but I'd rather keep those till like Monday or something. Like I said, if I didn't think you guys can do this, we'd have to figure something, but you could do it. I know you can do it. I've seen what you guys can do. What, review for it on Wednesday, Brittany? That's what Wednesday's class is going to be, a review for Chapter 3 and 4's exam on Thursday. So that's exactly what Wednesday's class is going to be. Because I know it's a lot of information. But if we were in the classroom, that would be a 1 day and maybe a little carryover into the second day. Because we'd be meeting 4 times a week for 4 hours. So that's the beauty of this online, method, is the fact that you can review the information at your rate, pause it, rewind it, and everything. And I think I'm going to use these videos that I've recorded and uploaded in my lectures now. Not that I'm not going to lecture, but I'm going to make them available to watch. Even though they're live lectures from a while, from other people, and that's why you'll hear me answering questions during that time. But I think it beats sitting here for an hour and a half trying to squeeze everything in and putting you on overload. But that's just my opinion. You guys tell me, as this is my first go-round full-time with this. So yep, we could do whatever you want. All right, what else can I do for you guys today? I thought we were going to have a lot of homework questions, so I guess we'll be short and sweet today, huh? I don't know why people like the summer, by the way.